Have you ever wondered about the remarkable faith journey of Abraham, a man who left everything behind to follow a divine call? Let's travel back in time to a bustling city named Ur of the Chaldeans, where our story begins. Here, we find Abraham, originally known as Abram, leading a simple life, just like any other man of his time. But his life was destined for a dramatic turn. One day, a command from God echoed in his heart, a call so profound it demanded him to leave his homeland, his comfort zone, and journey into the unknown. It was a call to faith. Imagine the courage it took to step into the unknown, to trust a voice that only he could hear. Against all odds, Abraham chose obedience. He chose faith. With a heart full of hope and a spirit ready to embrace the extraordinary, he embarked on his divine journey. Abraham's journey of faith begins, a journey that would transform him into a father of many nations. What would you do if you were promised something seemingly impossible? Imagine being in the shoes of Abraham, a man of advanced years whose wife Sarah was unable to bear children. Yet God made a promise to him that seemed beyond the realm of human possibility. He was told that he would become the father of many nations, an extraordinary lineage that would shape the course of history. Abraham's situation was riddled with uncertainty and doubt. His reality contradicted the promise, yet he chose faith over skepticism. He held on to the promise, believing that the same God who created the universe out of nothing could also make a way where there seemed to be none. This was a defining moment for Abraham. It was not about the promise itself, but about his trust in the one who made the promise. His faith became his compass, guiding him through the uncertainty. In the face of impossibility, Abraham chose to believe. What happens when faith is put to the ultimate test? This question brings us to one of the most profound moments in Abraham's life, a moment that would test his faith to its very core, the command from God to sacrifice his beloved son, Isaac. Imagine, if you will, the sheer magnitude of this request. Here was Abraham, at an advanced age, having waited for years to have a son, only to be asked to offer him as a sacrifice. It was an unimaginable ask, a command that would shake any parent to their core. Yet Abraham's response was one of obedience. He didn't question God's command, didn't falter or hesitate. Instead, he prepared to do as he was told, demonstrating an absolute faith and trust in God that is both awe-inspiring and humbling. Abraham's faith was not blind, but rather a testament to his deep and unwavering trust in God. He believed, with all his heart, that God would provide, even in the most dire of circumstances. As he raised the knife, ready to make the ultimate sacrifice, an angel of God appeared, stopping Abraham in his tracks. God had seen his commitment, his willingness to obey, and provided a ram as a substitute for Isaac. This story, this test of faith, is not just about obedience, but about trust. Trust in God's plan, in his wisdom, and in his promise. It's about having faith, even when the path ahead seems dark and uncertain. It's a testament to the strength of Abraham's faith and his unwavering belief in God. A faith that did not waver, even in the face of the unthinkable. A faith that remained steadfast, even when tested beyond what most of us can imagine. Abraham's story serves as a powerful reminder of the depth of faith possible in the human spirit. It inspires us to trust, even when we don't understand, to have faith, even when we can't see the path ahead. Abraham's faith didn't waver, even in the face of the unthinkable. How does a promise become a covenant? That's a question worth pondering. Picture this. Abraham had shown his faith in God, and in return, God's promise to Abraham evolved. It transformed into something more permanent, more binding, a covenant. Now, a covenant is not just a simple agreement. It's a solemn promise, a vow that is meant to be unbroken. And God, being the divine entity that he is, doesn't make covenants lightly. This covenant with Abraham, it was a testament to the strength of Abraham's faith, a reward for his unwavering belief in God's promise. But this covenant was not just for Abraham. No, it was far more significant than that. This was a covenant for all generations to come, a promise that extended beyond Abraham and his immediate family. It was a pledge from God to Abraham's descendants, a pledge of blessing and prosperity. This covenant was a turning point in the narrative of faith. It marked a new chapter, a new era in the relationship between God and man. It was a powerful reminder of the strength of faith, of the power of belief, of the rewards that come with unwavering trust in God. And so the promise was fulfilled, a promise that had been made to a man of great faith. Out of this faith, a covenant was born, a covenant that would shape the course of history. The promise was fulfilled, and a covenant was born out of unwavering faith. What does it mean to leave a legacy of faith? Imagine a legacy so profound and enduring that it shapes the narrative of not one, not two, but three major world religions. This was the legacy of Abraham, a man whose faith and obedience have reverberated through the annals of time. Abraham's faith wasn't just a passing interest or a casual belief, it was his life's cornerstone. It was a faith that led him to leave his homeland, to trust in a promise, and to face the unthinkable. His journey of faith was a journey of trust, a journey of obedience, and ultimately, a journey of legacy. This legacy of faith has influenced countless generations. It has been passed down from generation to generation, like a precious heirloom. Abraham's faith journey has become a beacon of hope, a guiding light to those who seek to follow in his footsteps. Today, Abraham is recognized and revered in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His story of faith and obedience serves as a foundation for these faiths, reminding believers of the power of trust and obedience to a higher power. Abraham's legacy is not just about the past, it's about the present and the future. It's about each one of us, inspired by his faith journey, living out our own faith journeys. Abraham's faith journey continues to inspire us, reminding us of the power of belief and obedience.